Hey guys, it's Mike again. I'm just making a third video here. I mentioned before I talk a little bit about the kettlebells. And you see I have a bit of a collection of different kettlebells. These are just ones I've accumulated over the years. They all have their purposes. But you may be wondering, well, which one should I use? Which one do I prefer? Which one do you think you would prefer? Those kind of things. And again, some of it's just preference, some of it's accessibility, what you can afford to get or whatever else. But also I'm just going to explain some of these the best that I can. I'm not the one who designed any of this stuff. There are people that would be able to probably explain a little bit better. But this is my understanding of it, and then I'll talk a little bit about my preference, why I use them. So the first ones I want to just pull out are these ones, and I got these ones first. When I first started, and I mentioned in one of my videos, I'll kind of crouch down here for this, that Keith Weber had introduced me to kettlebells. And so when he first introduced them, I thought, well, hey, I'll go get a set and I'll try. So this was one of the first ones that I got. This is a 16 kilogram kettlebell, and it's a good beginner weight. I might have even had, I think I had 12 as well, just to really get the hang of it and just get the feel of it. But this is kind of the standard one that I used for years and years. You can even see it's a little bit worn. And it's nice. It's got a nice, comfortable feel to it. It works just fine. Along with it, I bought, I also got the 24 kilogram one. It's heavier, and you notice that it's bigger, so it's a different size. Even the handle's thicker. So when I hold on to the handle, it's a thicker handle. So if I go from the 16 to the 24, it's a different feel. And that's probably the biggest difference between these ones and the ones that you've seen me using in the videos. So this one here is an 18 kilogram. And I found that I was at a place where I was able to move up from the 16 kilograms. I bought an 18. And you'll notice that it looks a lot bigger, but really it's not. It's about the same weight. Okay. The difference between those ones and this, though, is that all these ones, these competitive style kettlebells, is that they're designed to be the exact same size. They just have more weight, more density in them, inside them, to change their weight. So the shape, the feel of the handle, everything else stays the same. So it doesn't matter whether I'm swinging this one or if I'm swinging this one, which is also a 24. Okay, so if I hold them up together, okay, you can see that they're both the exact same size. The only difference is the color. So, and obviously the weight. But in terms of the feel of how they swing, they both swing the exact same. So when I do a particular swing just with my hands, if I'm bringing the kettlebell up, it feels the exact same as it rests on my shoulder, or against my chest. As I try to move it between my legs, whatever activity that I'm doing, the feel is always the same. Whereas the other ones I have to adjust a little bit. You'll see the ones the slingshots where I bring the kettlebell between my legs and I have to catch it on the other side. The handle's a little different, so you just got to get the feel of the handle. Really the only difference between them. Some of these other ones, these ones you see are a lot lighter, but they still work. So the only thing I would say with these, and I would be able to use this one, it's not bad, it's a bit light for me. So you want something that is going to give you a little bit of resistance when you swing. This one really doesn't give me a whole lot because it's pretty light. And so in terms of the weight, you want to actually work those muscles a little bit. So you want to push that weight up a little bit. When you're first starting, it doesn't hurt to at least use a lighter one to get the feel. So even with this one, if I was doing this just to get the feel of using my posterior chain and feel what it feels like to actually pull my body up using my muscles, my glutes, my hamstrings, feel what that feels like without having to struggle with the weight, yeah, I'd go with something a little bit lighter, just to get the feel of the technique. But after that, something a little bit heavier, just to give, you want that resistance, you want that momentum, you want to be pulling and pushing and those kind of things, using your core to stabilize yourself. Your core is not going to have to work a whole lot to stabilize this, so, because it's just not, doesn't weigh a whole lot. So the other thing that I find is important is the handle. And so this one is not designed by the same company. This one here I got separate. So these ones here, you'll find, have, what I find is they have a wider handle. So there's a bigger space in here. My hand slips in nice. If I'm to do a clean and bring that kettlebell up, okay, it's nice, comfortable. Whereas I find with this one here, the handle's a little bit smaller, so my hand doesn't move around as much in it. I can still do a clean and things like that with it. It's fine, but my hand is just snug in there. So one of the things that I like about these ones is the handle is a little bit wider. And in reality, I would have gotten all the same, just so that way I have that consistency. Just the orange one was actually a gift, so can't turn that down. So anyways, that's the kettlebells. That explains why I've got different ones. I do have one last thing, I guess. You'll notice that I have, I'll get these ones out of the way. I do have two of the same, and that was just so that way I could play around a little bit with two-handed swings. So being able to use two kettlebells, I wanted them to be the exact same weight, right, for obvious reasons, and play around with those a little bit. That's a whole different ball of wax, I find, anyways. But I got them both just so that way I was able to play around with that a little bit. I guess one other reason is I was able to take one to work with me and leave one at work and keep one at home. So I was able to do my workouts and I didn't have to haul a kettlebell back and forth. So anyways, that's all for today. Hope you got something out of that. In my next one, I'll be getting back into some more of the technique stuff on back to the workout and looking at a one-arm swing. Okay, thanks for watching.